early morning and we are pulling into the beautiful island of Corfu here in Greece. Absolutely stunning views as we see the sun just rising above the island. Time for a delicious breakfast before we pull into the port, and we're greeted by the sight of a fellow ship, the Costa Deliciosa. Here in Corfu, we've decided to get the hop-on, hop-off bus. We booked it in advance online and got a discount, so I recommend you do this. It allows you to get the ticket and you just head straight to the bus, which is really, really handy. The bus was an open-top bus, and there were lots of different buses on the route, and you could just get on and off at the different stops. Plug in your headphones. If you don't bring your own, they will provide them for you, which is very, very convenient, but we brought our own just so we knew we were getting the quality that we're used to. And yeah, lots of different stops. We personally got on an entire route and went from the whole route before we decided where we would like to visit. This option is very good if you don't want to spend too much. A ticket for an adult was only about €16, so it's really, really good value. So here we are in our second port on this cruise. This is the beautiful Greek island of Corfu, here in the Ionian Islands. Now, Corfu is famous for a few different things. First of all, it's got a lot of architecture that dates back to the Venetians. So you'll see a lot of St. Mark's lions around, and a lot of the architecture is very, very reminiscent of Venice. You can see around the walls, the forts, things like that, just show how many times this island has been conquered by different nations throughout the years, and how each of them have imprinted their personal styles onto the island. Here behind me is some of the beautiful sights you'll see here at Corfu, at the old port area, and around the city. I will show you some more during the vlog. One thing that it's famous for here is a special Greek coffee, so make sure you order your coffee Greek style, but do be careful to sip it. The coffee settles at the bottom of the cup and in a sort of a sludge, so you don't want to just drink really fast. It's all about sipping it slowly, and don't get your coffee to go in Europe. It's seen as very odd and unusual. Now, the interesting thing about Corfu is they have a special drink, a liqueur made from the kumquat fruit. Now, the interesting thing about this is the kumquat fruit only grows here in Europe. The only place in Europe that you can find this fruit naturally, and so they make a lot of things with it. You can buy a kumquat liqueur, You can buy kumquat, the fruit itself, sugared, like a glacé cherry, for example. You can also find candied versions. You can find anything with kumquat in here. So really do try it. The kumquat liqueur is delicious. But there's also other Greek specialties like ouzo, but you can find that anywhere in Greece. If you want something that is Corfu based, get yourself some kumquat liqueur. Walking around the port is really great in the old town because there's lots of things like an open air market where you can buy local fish and produce, but there's also lots of tourist shops, things like that for your leather goods, your jewellery, and of course your religious iconography, which they're big on here. So make sure you get something that is perfect for you, and don't be tricked by the tourist traps. Make sure you always go a couple of streets further than where the crowds are, because these are the shops that are more suited for the locals, and you're more likely to find authentic trips and treats. Have a lovely day when you visit here in Corfu. We're certainly having a great day, and we're going to carry on walking now. See you soon. One of the great things about Corfu is that not only are there beautiful sights, beautiful architecture, and obviously the lovely sea to have a look at, but there's also some great arcades for shopping. And by arcades, I just mean small streets that go all over the place like a winding maze. And there obviously you see a lot of places that sell the typical tourist nonsense, like magnets and things like that. But you do find some of the local cuisines and lots of local bits and pieces as well. We had some delicious Greek coffee and some cakes as well as some baklava, and we loved every second of it. Don't be afraid to walk a little bit off the beaten path to get away from those tourist locations and find where the locals eat. We found this place on TripAdvisor. And if you're in Corfu, make sure you eat some of the local cuisine. Here we have sort of a beef stew, as well as the amazing local Greek salad. It was absolutely delicious, and look how much feta you got. One mojito finished, right in time for sail away here from Corfu. It's been a great day. The weather's been amazing because although it's been hot, the sun hasn't always been direct in front of us, so we've had a lot of cloud cover, meaning we don't just spend the whole day burning and sweating away. We've had a great time. We've had a good explore. We did the hop on hop off bus tour this morning, got a whole circuit to see where everything was, and then decided to get up into a place and just walk. We saw a monastery where we saw some chickens. That was fun. We saw the oldest looking goat that looked like it might be related to one of the disciples. Very cool. And we also had some great food. I had a Greek salad with feta, and we also had a traditional sofrito, which is a local dish involving veal, rice, and things like that. Very delicious. And of course, we tried some of the local delicacies, such as the baklava and the almonds. Another thing that Corfu is famous for, as I said earlier in the vlog, is the kumquat. Now, we didn't have any of the kumquat liqueur because we figured with an unlimited drinks package on the ship, getting alcohol in port seemed a little bit redundant. But what we did do was try different forms of the kumquat, like the simple fruit and the candied version of it, and it was absolutely delicious. We had a great time. But now we're sailing away from Corfu. Our next port tomorrow is Katakolon, which is for Olympia. So we go to Mount Olympus and meet Zeus, not literally, but go to his temple, which would be very, very cool. And tonight we're going to go to the Tropicana room and have a lovely, delightful dinner where there will be dancing, singing, and merriment. And of course, more wine. See you guys tomorrow. Now, you've just seen all of the delicious food that we've had in the main dining room aboard and watching us sail away from the island of Corfu. If you've never been here before, it is a really recommended. It was somewhere that we really enjoyed. We didn't necessarily expect to. It wasn't exactly high on our list, but it was one we all had a great time at. The weather was incredible, the food was incredible, and there was some really good fun shopping as well. So put this on your list and enjoy it. Now, I hope you had a great time. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really does help make these videos happen. And if you do want to send a little donation my way, you can click on the link in the description, which goes to Ko-fi, and you can send me a coffee, which will be really great because that keeps me going. Next week, you'll see the following episode, which will take us to the beautiful Katakolon, which is Olympia in Greece. See you then. Bye.